Hello YouTube, MasoKiss here. Didn't think that I would be filming in this setup again so soon, but this is a new thing that I'm going to be trying to do on this channel, and it's going behind the scenes, the process of creating a burlesque number. You know, the concept, the costume, choreography, all that kind of stuff. So I decided that I was going to be taking on a huge character and costume, and figured why not, you know, bring you guys along for the journey. So, this is going to be a 3-part video. There are like pretty much 3 stages of a new number for me. The first is the plan, and that's what we'll be discussing today. Second is the process that happens with costuming and all of that fun stuff, and then the last part is the premiere. And I'm really excited to be able to kind of like vlog an entire couple months worth of doing a costume and kind of, you know, show everybody how my brain works, because I do a lot of things in very like unconventional ways. There's not really going to be like any big secrets revealed, because to be completely honest, I don't really know what I'm doing. I come up with a crazy plan and how I think I'm going to make it work, and then somehow it works out, or, you know, you have to change things accordingly to make it work. So the process video will be up months from now. I'm going to do it, you know, full vlog style over the course of, I think it's about 3 months that I have to do this, and then after it premieres, that's when the premiere video will be up. But first, let's talk about the plan, now that we've got through all of that and like what this series is going to be. So the plan is to do a number as the Demon King Finn Balor from WWE. So I will be calling it like my Demon Queen number, because I'm not doing any kind of like gender bending here. So this is something I wanted to do for a show that is going to be brought back. I did it last year, teamed up with Mario from Atomic City Comics, and we did a WWE burlesque show called Summer Glam the night before SummerSlam. So in that, I played Nikki Bella. That was like my main character, and then I also did a number as Paige. And the number as Paige, I absolutely love. She's like my favorite, but it doesn't translate outside of a wrestling show. And I wanted to do something this year that I could take outside of a specifically wrestling-themed show and be something that, you know, even if you don't know shit about WWE, Finn Balor, his demon character, you can still enjoy the number without any knowledge of what it's based on. That's kind of something that I'm trying to do more often now. So I decided to do the Demon King character. What's super cool about this for me is my husband is a huge wrestling fan. He actually was bit by the Balor bug before I was, because he was very focused and stuff with like New Japan. I actually asked for hubby's help with a lot of this. A lot of this is going to be like a collaborative effort between the two of us, because he is much better with like artsy kind of stuff as far as painting goes. I'm going to see if I can be like inserting things somewhere, some pictures, so maybe like, you know, over here I can show a picture of some of the paint work that's going to be needed for this. It's a lot, and hubby is much better at that. Not only is he going to be helping me with painting parts of the costume, but he was the one that found my music for it. At Summer Glam, what we do is we do an entrance to the stage as if we were entering to the ring to the person's, you know, music and all that kind of stuff. So obviously using his theme was out, and I wanted to do something that you couldn't tie to WWE. something completely different, something industrial, staying on brand. So I asked my husband for some suggestions. He gave me a huge list, although he already knew in the back of his mind what I was going to choose. And as soon as I heard the song that I'm using, I was like, this is it. This totally works. So he helped me with that as well. So music is picked out. I've already figured out how I'm going to tackle some of this painting stuff, because I rhinestone. I don't paint. So the costume itself, here is what the plan is, and this is probably the most extensive costume that I have ever decided to do. The first challenge of this, as you know, pictures have probably been inserted to see what the Demon King looks like. To become Demon Queen, I did not want to have to paint my body. So finding ways around that. And this is kind of what made sense in my head. And I'm hoping once I start working on it that it'll go the way that I'm thinking. So instead of doing all of the paint, step number one of the plan was to order some stuff from the WWE shop. So I ordered up his demon mask. It's like a half mask. So I'm going to try to probably mod that a little bit, make it fit a little bit better to my face. We already have one of them in the house, but I bought that for my husband, and I'm not just going to like take it back and rhinestone it, because I will be encrusting the entire thing with rhinestones. So got one of those, another one, and then I also ordered up the replica sleeves, of which I'm probably going to add a bunch of sequins to sparkly things. So that was step one, getting things from the WWE shop. Next up is tackling all of this paint that happens. I figured I wanted to do some sort of like neck corset situation. I remember when I was doing my cell number and was researching neck corsets, there are some that like, you know, come around and are much longer than like your standard one. But I didn't want it to be too constricting because I'm gonna have to move a lot. So I ended up finding someone on Etsy that makes like neck corset type things, that accepts custom orders. So I'm hoping that I can work with that seller to create the base piece for me for the neck corset, which will then be painted and rhinestoned, and I would like to sew on additional pieces to like be a continuation with like the blood kind of stuff going on in his paint. I would like to do that. We shall see. And that will stay on the entire time. That's one of those, if I have like a big statement piece, I try to not take it off or take it off at the very end, and I see no reason to take that off. So that's that situation. Also on the painting topic, he does have a lot of stuff that's like painted on his arms and on his thighs, which I mean I could paint, but like actually on myself, but I kind of wanted to find a way around that, something that I could wear and just reuse. The plan is to get a pair of stockings, tights, and it's like a kind of like a dancer trick. If you like cut off the feet of stockings and then like the crotch area, you can make it like a warm-up-y thing, so like the tights go over your arms. So I'm gonna do that to be able to have that on underneath the corset, neck corset that is. Also, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do full stockings or thigh highs, which would then mean I probably need a garter, and I don't know if I really want to mess with that, but to some extent, I will have stockings on so that those things can be painted on my thighs. Let's see, what else is there? There is the headdress thing that the Demon King wears. It's kind of difficult to figure out how that's constructed, and it's something that I do want to take off. So I'm probably going to be building that off of a headband with some leather-like material as the base, and then adding, you know, strips of leather, like fabric and sequin dot fabric to like make it all crazy. And also those like tubey things that like are kind of on like Cyber like falls. I think a couple times he's had them. So I'm probably going to add some of those in there. There will be a corset involved, faux leather underbust corset that I'll probably add some sequins to match, you know, the sleeve thingies, and it will have beaded fringe. I'll be doing a similar pattern, but in different lengths for different parts of the costume, using a combination of black, red, and white to match basically the headdress kind of look. And so I will have beaded fringe on the top and bottom of the corset, and then I will also have beaded fringe on the bra and the underwear. That's also going to be, you know, a leatherette type set that I'm probably going to get from yandy.com. It's one of my favorite places to get base pieces. And I'm probably going to do a tearaway bra. Probably. Every time I do one, I'm like, oh, I hate this. I'm never doing it again. But I'm doing it. I'm also going to be doing beaded fringe in kind of like a triangle kind of thing. So it's long in the middle and then fades out. That on the front will match like the rest of the beaded fringe, but on the back will be in like a fire color pattern kind of thing to match that. Somewhere on this costume, I would like to have the Balor eye. I can't do it for pasties because there's only one of them. There's only one of them. So I'm not sure where that's going to go. I don't know if it's going to go on the headdress. Maybe it'll go on like the front of the thong. I'm not sure. I just know it's going to happen. Hopefully. I'll figure out somewhere to put it. I'm also going to have a like back panel-y skirt kind of thing made out of the same things that the headdress is made out of, just much longer. And hopefully that will be on like a belt of some sort that will mimic what is added on to the neck corset. So like the blood stuff, whatever pattern that is that I hopefully add up here, will be also the same pattern for like the belt that the skirt is attached to. If that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. So, you know, again, we hope that it works out. Something I'm still toying with, and this is going to be one of those things where I'll just have to see how it works. In the replica, there are like stringy thingies that are attached to the glove armband thingies. I think I'm just going to be cutting those off and using like the sequin dot fabric. But I don't know if I want to attach them to the gloves or if I want to attach them to the tights that are underneath so they stay on the whole time, because they look really cool. I really like that look. The bandages kind of wrap tape, whatever it is. I guess it's tape. I don't know. But the tape on his like fingers and hands, I'll be using sequin stretch elastic. There's just so much for this costume. It's just like never ending. I wasn't going to do it, but I figured if I'm doing all of this, I might as well. Like, it would feel incomplete if I didn't. His knee pads, I'm going to be doing those in rhinestones, and I found some really cool shoes. I can't forget about the shoes. I found some really cool pleaser boots that are like black and red, fringy kind of thing, so I'm going to be wearing those, and I'm going to be sequining the fringe. This is something that I did before on a like faux leather fringe jacket, and said never again would I sequin fringe. And here we are. That's the plan for the costume. Oh, the pasties, I have no idea. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the pasties. That'll come to me. That's the least of my worries right now. There's just a lot to do. So that's pretty much the plan for the costume and, you know, just the idea for the number, and to have it done by Summer Glam, which is towards the end of August. We'll see how it goes. So now we know what I'm hoping to do, and I'm sure within the process of creating all of these pieces for the number that I'm probably going to have to go to plan B or come up with another plan, because things never totally work out the way that I want to, but, you know, sometimes maybe work out even better than I initially thought. So we'll see. We'll see. So that is it for the Demon Queen plan. Again, a lot of work. I don't know why I do this to myself. But it is a character that I really enjoy and I really want to do justice, and I get, like, pretty OCD about making things as, like, accurate as possible. So, you know. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the progress part of this, since it's spanning so long, I won't be able to put it up for, you know, probably like 3 months. So if you would like to, my social media is down below, and I'll probably put up like some sneak peeks of things on Instagram. That's where I usually put up things with, like, my costumes, especially on Instagram stories, just like some quick videos of what I'm working on. So if you want to see, you know, just a little bit of what happens, just, you know, go ahead and follow my Instagram. Best place to find that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's it for now. Wish me luck, and we'll see how it goes from here. Thanks so much for watching.